Hey, what's up, guys? You know, I've decided to do a video every day for as long as I can in this lockdown, because I just want to, it gives me something to do, and I want to try and help and inspire people, give people some hope and motivation, and hopefully confidence to get through their anxiety, their social anxiety, their depression, or their addiction. So I'd really appreciate if you could comment below. Actually, I prefer the comments than the likes, but if you can like and share, that would be great. Subscribe to the channel, and I promise that with the information that I give you, if you apply it, and that's also down to you, not me, you're gonna get some more confidence. Okay, so in this video, I'll answer a question, and it's about porn addiction and social anxiety, because a lot of you were asking me on the live chat yesterday to talk about this, and I said I didn't feel like talking about porn addiction on the live stream yesterday because I've spoken about it in so many videos, and I just wanted to have a chat about, you know, other things that we were talking about, films, sports, and catch up on how you guys were doing. And I have done a lot of videos throughout. It's not a topic that I always feel like talking about, but it does get a lot of views. It does seem to help, and I'm constantly getting requests to make the videos, more and more of them, right? So if you have seen a lot of the videos, sorry that if it's a bit repetitive, but a lot of people are asking for these videos, and they seem to help. And if you've got a problem with the porn addiction and you do want to beat it, then you should watch the videos, because I do share different tips in every video. So yeah, just got this coffee. So where were we, right? I like what I'm doing lately. I'm not planning the videos, right? I never used to plan my videos anyway, but there's certain videos that I would plan, I would make notes, but I'm kind of enjoying being a little bit, I'm on the spot here, it's a bit awkward, but I like giving myself the challenge, and I'll explain why, right? And some of you might want to try this, right? And I will come back to porn addiction and social anxiety, right? A lot of you ask me, you know, does watching porn cause social anxiety, right? I'm not a scientist in that regard, right? But it doesn't mean a scientist is right about everything. They're only human at the end of the day. But I don't think just watching pornography alone is just going to give you social anxiety. What I do think is, if you watch pornography and you don't socialize, then of course you're going to get more social anxiety. So I think, if you're asking me what is the cause of social anxiety, I'm not 1000% sure, but I'm 95% certain that social anxiety, most of it is caused from trauma, from when you were a kid, your childhood, right? I'm not going to go heavy into that today. I don't feel like doing that. I've done it in other videos, right? But most of social anxiety is caused from bullying at school. That's what happened to me, right? Or being laughed at. But, you know, I do believe some of social anxiety might be passed down, can be passed down from parents. It could be hereditary. Sometimes, you know, there could be a family where no one has it, but one person has it, right? So, like I said, there's some things we don't understand, but I'd say most of social anxiety, is caused through traumatic experiences, right? And that might just be, you know, when you were younger, you know, you got laughed at school. That happened to most kids, happened to me. And when you got laughed at, it was so embarrassing and traumatic for you that it made you fearful of that happening again. And I know for me, my biggest fear, and for a lot of people, was getting awkward in front of people, right? And I think that's probably most people with social anxiety, that is the number one fear, is people seeing you getting awkward and getting nervous or stuttering or going red or blushing or running out of things to say or freezing up, right? It's kind of the embarrassment that frightens people. So I think that's the root cause of it, is trauma. But yes, possibly, again, I'm not 100% right. With pornography, I guess if you're watching that, it can make you feel ashamed, and I suppose if you feel shame and you've already dealing with anxiety, that can add to it. So I know where people are coming from. So yeah, it's better that you don't watch porn. I feel better when I don't watch it. I didn't watch it for 1 year, and I broke that, right? I'm not going to give myself a hard time like I say to other people. giving yourself a hard time and judging yourself isn't going to help you get over it, right? I'm not saying just go and watch it and be proud of it. No, I'm not saying that, but you should try and stop watching it if you want to beat it, right? So like I said before, I'm not making videos telling people that they shouldn't watch porn. I make the videos and give advice on techniques or tips that can help you to quit porn if you want to quit it, right? So you've got a choice in this, and I'm someone that doesn't want to be addicted to it. So I went I went longer, but this year I went a whole year, and I watched it the other day, and it got me. So now I'm back on track again. So I went even longer before. If I go back in my life, there was a period I didn't watch it for maybe 3-4 years when I was in a relationship. So like I said, I'm just a normal person as well that's trying to improve my life. So yeah, I think, so to answer your question, trauma causes social anxiety. You know, genetically inheriting some social anxiety is a cause. But what will continue to make it worse, from my experience, is not socializing. So the cure, the solution to get rid of social anxiety, to improve it, yeah, quitting your porn addiction will definitely help, because if you're not addicted to porn, you feel better about yourself. But like I'm saying, you can't get away from the fact that you have to face your fear and socialize with people. If you don't do that, you're not going to get rid of it, and that's been my honest experience. So I can't speak for everyone, but you know, I've helped a lot of people when I was teaching, and I've seen the progress that totally change within how confident they are, and they're a lot less anxious. So I'm sure it makes sense, and that's been my experience. But let me know your experience in the box below, because some people might disagree with me, and that's fine. But I don't think you can disagree with the fact that, you know, the more you socialize with people, the more confidence you gain, and that's what happened to me. Over the years, I had terrible social anxiety, and I felt nervous around people. I didn't like making eye contact. I wouldn't have been able to speak in front of a camera. I couldn't do public speaking. I didn't like job interviews, first dates, and I pushed myself gradually, step by step, and I got better and better each time. And as I started to see the improvement and the progress, which is really important, that's when I started to get more daring. And when I say more daring, what I mean by that is I would push myself into social situations that I'd usually avoid, and I went on to be a public speaker. I went on to run my own business. I went on to coach people. I coach groups. I coach people one-on-one. So if I can do that, and I'm a sufferer, then why would it be any different for any of you? But I did put a lot of work in. You do have to put a lot of work in. It's not an overnight quick fix. So my videos are not, you're not just going to watch one of my videos and then transform, or you're going to figure that out in life. And I don't like, I don't take it personal anymore, but I don't like it when people lie and go online and promise people that they're going to, cure their social anxiety in a day or a weekend. It's just not going to happen. It takes a lot more work than that, but you can cure it and really make a massive improvement if you take a lot of action. But obviously at the moment we can't socialize as much because of the lockdown. So when I'm doing this video, I'm speaking, before the pandemic happened, and hopefully in the future when this thing comes to an end. So that would be my advice for anyone who's addicted to porn and has got social anxiety. Yeah, do whatever you can to pack in the addiction with the pornography and socialize. This is what I did years ago, right? I'm just giving you real examples of what I've done that worked. I was in my early 20s, I didn't have a girlfriend, I was depressed. I was addicted to pornography, about 25 for a period I was. I didn't know it back then, but I was. As I was addicted, I pushed myself to go out. I started making new friends. I started going on dates. I eventually got a girlfriend. I wouldn't say I completely got rid of my social anxiety, but I would say I improved it 80%. So you could say I was 80% cured of my social anxiety. So I still felt social anxiety around people, but I didn't feel it as much as I used to. But I had so much confidence that the confidence outweighed it. And when I got a girlfriend, I packed in looking at porn. I didn't even feel like it anymore. So I always resort back to this because this is what I did. And look, I always want to give tools to people. I don't just want to do videos and just talk and say things. I want people to come away from the videos having actual practical tools that they can go away and apply and get results for themselves. So do apply the things I say before you say, oh, I'm not sure if that's going to work. Try it for yourself. You know, you've got to figure these things out. But yeah, I do agree on that front, where yes, if a person was just watching pornography every single day, I'm sure that would affect their how they'd feel around people. So in effect, it probably would increase their social anxiety. But my point was, you know, a person who doesn't have social anxiety or doesn't have much of it, I don't think they're just going to watch pornography for a couple of days or weeks and all of a sudden they're going to be diagnosed with social anxiety disorder because they watch porn. I think that's very, very unlikely, right? And if there's any scientists that are watching my videos who've got more knowledge than I am, then please let me know in the box below. I'm more than willing to be wrong. I don't have like a massive ego where I can't admit that I'm wrong. I want to improve in life. I wish that scientists could come out of a cure that could just take social anxiety away and take porn addiction away. I would be the first to be queuing up saying, yeah, let me have some of that. But in my experience, it isn't as easy as that. But you have got to put a lot of work in. But let me give some give some advice. Now, for me, I would say one of the best things for social anxiety disorder and porn addiction is going to social groups. I can't even tell you in words, guys and girls, how great it makes you feel when you go to a meet-up group and you've got 10 or 15 people, or even 5 people, or even you and 2 other people. And it doesn't have to be therapy. It doesn't have to be a group where you're all going, congregating, and you're all talking about, I mean, you can do that. I haven't got anything against that. That can be really helpful. But I'm saying, let's say, for example, you love films. You're a movie buff, whatever you call it, and you go to a meet-up group in person where you meet other people that are film enthusiasts. It would change your life of your social anxiety. You would start seeing a vast improvement with how much less anxious you feel around people. Now, I think there's 2 ways that you can measure your progress with social anxiety or along your journey with this. Number 1 is how less anxious you feel around people. If you notice, wow, the anxiety is not as strong as it used to be, that means you're progressing. Another measurement is that you're noticing that you're more outgoing around people, that you're more confident, that you're able to hold eye contact, that you're starting conversations, that you're engaging with people, you know, that you're more outgoing. So that's the way that I measure it. I don't think there's any other way that you can measure your improvement with your social anxiety. You really want to see yourself expressing yourself more. So that's a way in which you can measure your progress. What else is there? So you got the groups. Another great way, it is terrifying, I've done it successfully, so I know you can do it, is public speaking. If you can go and give a public talk to a group of people about anything, about maybe your life or something that you're qualified in, or whatever you can do, it really gives you confidence, because, you know, like I say, a conversation a day keeps the anxiety away, but a public talk a day or a public talk once a month will rapidly improve your social anxiety, and for some people might even completely take it away. I had clients, right, this is not what I said, this is their experience when I was teaching full time, you know, that said my social anxiety is completely gone after, you know, working with you, Johnny, and doing your program. I'm not saying every one of my students said that, right? That wouldn't be telling the truth, but some people claim that. Now, for me personally, I don't ever remember in my life. There were some periods, but I couldn't say I was completely free of social anxiety. I always had it in certain situations, but I really did get good at managing it, and I did gain a lot of confidence, right? So if this doesn't give you hope that you can improve your social anxiety, then I don't know what will. All I can do is be honest, tell the truth with what's helped me and helped others and what I know works. So groups are really good. If you're a single guy or you're a single woman, another part, I can't leave this out, right? It was brilliant. Going on first dates. It's terrifying, it's nerve-wracking when you first start doing it, when you've got anxiety. It's really daunting, but it's good for you. It really does teach you to care less about what people think, and it gives you that experience that will help you to improve your social skills, that will help you to manage the anxiety. And the more you go on dates, the more confidence you gain, and hopefully, you know, going on dates, you'll meet someone, and if you meet someone and you fall in love, then you know, you won't have to keep going on dates. So just the actual practice of going on first dates, for me personally, was a great exercise of getting, you know, meeting new people, and it really helped me to improve my social anxiety. Another one I found, which is great, which is what I'm doing now. Sorry. It's funny, because speaking of anxiety, when I drink coffee sometimes, although it gives me a good buzz and I do like it, it kind of makes me feel anxious, and quite a lot of people, you have said that on the stream, hold on. It kind of makes me so excited, I feel like excitement and anxiety. So, you know, speaking in front of the camera, it is a nerve-wracking thing, I'm not going to lie. But the more you do it, the better it gets, and you get more confident with the more you practice, and that is a rule of thumb for everything. The more you go on first dates, the more confident you get. The more you speak in front of the camera, the more confident you get. The more you go to group meetups or group meetings or group therapy, or even groups where you can do activities, running clubs, walking clubs, meditation, you know. For some people, even going church meetings, whatever faith you are, whatever social group appeals to you, whatever your interest, if you do these things, it's impossible. You cannot go backwards. You will improve. Another one, which I would only recommend this for people that are really anxious, that really need help, is therapy. Now, for the first part of my life, I didn't do therapy. People used to ask me, Johnny, did you do therapy? Did you see someone? I didn't. I did it on my own, you know. I did it by just going out and meeting people. But when I had a mental breakdown, I suppose that's a bit different. That's when I just totally lost confidence, right? Because I was really ill. That's when I did therapy, and therapy did help me. So I do believe in therapy for people that need it, right? But again, I'm not painting everyone the same brush. Therapy might not work for everyone. Some people might not feel comfortable talking about their childhood issues with another person, right? But even if you do therapy, even a therapist will tell you, a good therapist, right, that's got some good credentials, will tell you eventually that you've got to push yourself and do what's called exposure therapy. Exposure therapy is basically where you go out and you know, you face your fear of meeting people and talking to people. You expose yourself to the thing that you fear. I'm just trying to keep this video 20 minutes long, right? I don't really want to go over. If we have to, we will. By the way, if you've got a lot of value from this, and this has really educated you on the matter of porn addiction, social anxiety, then please let me know in the box below. Right, let's get back to the pornography. Simple tips that have helped me. Block porn from all of your sites. That's what I've got on my laptop, on my phone. Next tip I'd say, I know this sounds obvious, try to stop thinking about porn. I know that sounds really obvious, but it really does help me. Try to stop obsessing over porn and all the things that come of it. Because when you start thinking about it, I know I'm saying it now and I'm telling you elephant in the room, but when you come away from this video, take your focus off of porn, and that really does help. I know it's obvious advice. The next one is, you have to have something in your life that makes you feel good. Now that could be different for everyone. For me, it's making videos and cleaning my apartment, exercising. You know, a conversation a day keeps the anxiety away. A conversation a day can keep the porn addiction away. So it's the simple things that can make a difference. I'll say this in every video, it needs to be said. I personally think the best solution, but I know it's not possible for everyone right now with the pandemic, right? For men and women that might be battling with anxiety. And by the way, right, When I first started making these videos, I just made these videos for men because it was only men that came to my channel. But now I'm getting women coming to the channel and I really appreciate it. So if I can help women as well, then please, if you're a woman, please don't feel uncomfortable like, oh, it's just a guy's channel. No, this is for both. If I can help, right? We both struggle. Men and women both need help. Women have helped me a great deal throughout my life, and men. So yeah, let us know. I do get women subscribing, and it can help women as well, because I've come to realise that, you know, women suffer with addiction with porn just as men do anxiety, social anxiety. So when you do something that you enjoy, I find what happens to me is it takes my focus off of wanting to watch porn. It stimulates me, it makes me feel good, and it gives me, it just makes me feel good. You know, I can't explain everything it does. It's kind of experiential, and that kind of keeps me away. It keeps me less tempted. And like I said in my other videos, if you do watch it, then don't beat yourself up, because it's inevitable at some point, right? Hopefully that you won't, but the reality is you're probably going to relapse at some point. I did, even after a year. You just got to get back on track, and then and fight it. It is a fight. It is difficult. You know, these, like I said, nothing's quick fix. Getting over porn isn't quick fix. Social anxiety, and I want to be proven wrong. If any of you out there have found a cure or some kind of therapy that can just quit you, you know, help you quit porn addiction, let us know. But I haven't discovered anything that quick. But that doesn't mean you can't beat it. You know, I'm not saying it's going to take years, but I'm just saying most of these things, excuse me, they're not overnight. And building confidence doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. But as long as you're progressing and making progress, you'll be inspired to keep going. So hopefully, when we do come out of this pandemic, for men and women that are single, you'll be able to find a relationship, and it's good to improve your relationship with yourself. So I speak on experience, man, and I hope I speak with humility and confidence, because I'm someone who has failed at these things. I failed miserably at these things, but I've also succeeded in all these areas that I'm, you know, sharing with people. I've succeeded with getting over social anxiety. I've succeeded with beating pornography addiction. I've succeeded with getting a relationship and falling in love. You know, so I speak from both perspectives, from struggling, from failing, from succeeding. The key is not quitting and just getting back up. And I think confession is a big part of this process, is having the courage to not care what people think. And it's good if you've got someone that you can talk to and just say, yeah, you know what, today I relapsed. I'm not proud of it, but I watch porn and I'm going to get back on it, and I'm going to beat this addiction, you know. So I hope this should, oh my God, speaking goes so quick, 23 minutes. So I think that's it for today, right? I'll do more videos. I hope that helped. Become fearless. I'll see you next one.